Yeah, it's very exciting. We had a really good offseason. I think we really put in our effort, and I think we better put our best foot forward, and I think we're ready to go.
So what exactly has that offseason looked like over the last couple of months?
A lot of hard work, a lot of sweat, blood, sweat, and tears. The seniors have really been on the younger classmen to, really perform better and, leave a good trail behind us.
For sure. Knowing how last year ended, it was a good year for you, 6-4. But just building on what happened last year, how do you hope to use that for this coming season?
I think I learned some very valuable lessons last year. I had some great seniors that I was around all the time, so they really, they built me into the leader I am today, and I think if I can acclimate that with the rest of my team, we'll be all right.
Speaking of that leadership, how have you tried to be a leader for this team as one of those seniors?
All summer, I've really just been pushing everybody, the rest of the seniors, and we really came together and be like, this is the goal. We all have the same goal. We all want to be at the same position, and we got to do what we got to do to win.
Speaking of that offense, what is Homestead going to look like on that side of the ball this year?
We're going to be able to do a little bit of everything. We got some speed. We got a lot of speed actually. We'll be able to do everything.
Good deal. Well, as far as that, going to be another tough year in the SAC as always. How do you feel like that's going to look, and where do you feel like you guys are going to be in the mix?
The competition is always good in the SAC. I think last year was a good set for me to be able to build off of, and I think this year coming in that we have some good competition, and I think we can compete with the rest of the guys.
By the end of this year, what do you hope to accomplish as a team and for yourself individually?
The goal is always state, but I'd really love to win a sectional title. I want to leave more than just my name at Homestead High School.
Very excited. I cannot wait to be in the field with my guys.
For sure. What does the summer look like as far as off-season workouts?
It's Monday through Thursday mornings and then Tuesday, Thursday nights. So workouts in the mornings and practice at night. It's a long grind.
All right. Well, knowing how last year ended, good season for you overall. How are you building on the success from last year into this year?
So it's a tough question, but it's a good question. So we're just going to keep going, keep rolling. It's more about the bond. Everybody's got to come together. We lose valuable pieces every year, but the guys step up and we grow together and keep going.
As one of those seniors, how have you tried to be a leader for this year's group? I'm biased.
More vocally than anything. Encouragement and love throughout the team is a big thing. We have to have that bond for everybody to work together.
Speaking about your quarterback, we just spoke with him. What's that connection like between you two out on the field?
It's been good. I've known this guy since we were in middle school, and ever since then we've just grown closer and closer.
How about the rest of the offense? What's that going to look like this season?
We're going to be good. Our offensive line, I have trust in them, and we've got speed on the outsides and speed behind the QB, so we'll be fine.
Good deal. As a team overall, going to be another tough year in the SAC once again. Just how tough do you feel like it's going to be, and where do you feel like you're going to be in the mix?
I think we have a very good shot to be on top. The competition's always high, like you said, and honestly, it's about us coming together and working hard.
And just knowing that this is your final year, what do you hope to accomplish in your final season, both for yourself and as a team?
The state title is always the end goal, but I think a sectional championship is where we're headed.
These guys spend a lot of time preparing for this, and so it builds that anticipation and that excitement. And every year at the end of the summer, we're ready to go. And I'm excited to see these guys go, and so I can't wait for the next week or so, and we're going to get after it.
What does this summer look like as far as off-season workouts?
Well, it's 4 days a week in the mornings, and then we have a couple practices in the evenings during those weeks. So I think there's like 30 opportunities to get better all summer, and we had great buy-in and great work ethic, and that's the kind of thing that you kind of judge coming into the season. What's the buy-in, and it's been great. So we're pleased with it.
Knowing how last year ended, good run for you guys near the top of the SAC. How much have you been able, or how much are you going to try to build on the success from last year as you guys get ready for this year?
Well, it's important. Last year's important because we learned about ourselves, the kids coming back, and that sort of thing. But at the same time, it's a whole new group. We got to figure out what we're good at, what kind of a team this is going to be. So that's the challenge every year. And we have an idea, I think, coming through the summer, but you really don't know till you hit the fall and get after it in the fall.
Talk with a couple of your offensive guys, including your quarterback and your son who plays a receiver. What do you feel like things are going to look like on that side of the ball?
I mean, we're pretty pleased. We had a really big senior class graduate, so there's a lot of inexperienced guys that'll be stepping up. And but like I said, from what we've seen, we're excited about those guys. And I think offensively, we've got some key guys up front back, and I think our running game should be solid, and we've got some weapons on the edges too. So that side of the ball we feel pretty good about.
How about defensively?
There'll be more inexperienced guys there than on offense. So we're looking to fill those positions. And nothing's solidified yet, but like I said, the work ethic and how they've paid attention to the detail, all those types of things make us pretty excited about what can happen on that side of the ball too.
The SAC is always a grind, 9-game regular season, no days off against conference opponents. How do you feel like that's going to shake out this year, and where do you feel like you guys are going to be in the mix?
Well, nothing's going to change. If you don't come ready to play in this conference, you get beat, and that's we tell our kids that from day one, and it's true. So we want to be in the mix at the end for a championship, but you never know how it's going to play out. That's the goal.